Paige, can you talk about what a difference it makes when Aubrey plays with confidence and attacks the way she did today?
Yeah, I mean, it's a game changer for us, just to have that sort of spark and plug off the bench, and whatever our starting unit does, to know that we have Aubrey coming in just provides a huge boost for us. When she's aggressive, when she's attacking, when she's not thinking, she's just going out there and playing. She's a player that can do everything out there on the floor, and she was extremely confident today, and she completely changed the game for us on both sides of the floor.
Aubrey, what did Keno say to you?
He was like, I really hate you, you know that? But he said when he hates me, he loves me. Or when he starts to hate me, he loves me. Yeah, it was something like that. Something like that.
It made you smile.
Yeah.
And the fans' reaction to, was that kind of cool to have them, stand ovation for you?
Yeah, felt nice.
For example, you guys talked about senior accountability, upperclassmen accountability. At the beginning of this year, how are you guys doing that now, and what does that look like?
Do you have an answer? Oh, okay. You said it. I think that today we really took a big step in just our maturity as leaders. I think that this past week for practice, coach has really tested us, and he was looking at what our response will be, so that when we get into games and we kind of get into kind of like a slump, what our response is going to be. And I think it carried over in today's game. I think as seniors, from freshman year to now, we're the same player, but the responsibility and accountability that we need to hold ourselves to grows. And I think that each and every game, we just continue to manage that and to help our team in whichever way they need to.
Paige, after this game, on top of the last game against North Carolina, these two kind of back-to-back, do you feel like you guys are closer now to really figuring out what your identity is, what your winning formula is, what you need to do and be to be successful? Do you have a better idea of that now?
Yeah, I think it's helped too to have more practice time, just getting into drilling and repping and going through this stuff in practice, so it can carry over into games. But we know that there's still stuff we need to improve on. We're not complacent with this game. We don't think we figured it out now. No, I think this is a step in the right direction. There's still a lot of things we need to work on. But to perform like this, and yes, it felt like we had more of a flow on offense, more of a flow on defense, and we played together. We had a lot of guys contributing and playing at the top of their game, which is what we need. So, yeah, I feel like it's starting to come together, but we're not complacent with where we are right now and thinking we have it all figured out. But we're in a good place to where we can build on this, and we're confident heading out of this game. So just to be able to build on this, continue to keep getting better, and not get complacent with what we have shown, but continue to strive and get better. But this is a step in the right direction, I would say.
Aaliyah, you gave up 27. The team gave up 27 points in the first quarter, then 35 the rest of the game. What was the difference defensively when you guys locked in?
The difference, I think that they missed more. The first quarter, they had 73%, and it was like a game of possessions at that point. But coming into the second half, we had that same type of mindset of keeping our tempo, keeping our pace. So we played our game and let them to speed them up and force them to make contested shots. And I think that just as a group and as a collective, we really just locked into what Coach wanted us to do. I think the ball screen coverage, when we made the adjustment to that, really helped contribute to that. But I think it was just staying true to who we are and what we wanted to do, both on the offensive and defensive end.
I see you're fixated on the box score. Is there anything in particular that stands out to you as most impressive among all those numbers?
Do you want me to say my 5 blocks? Nah, I think honestly a lot of the stuff that was impressive tonight was from these two, and it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. The deflections that they get, the hustle plays that they make, the boxing out that they do. I thought they did a really good job of keeping Cochran and the other big guys off the boards and limiting them to one shot. I think that was huge for us the entire game, just dominating the boards. But yeah, I think there was a lot of different things tonight that made the game the way that it was, and like I said, a lot of the huge things don't show up on the stat sheet.
Aubrey, did you have a different mentality or different approach when you came into the game tonight, or did you just kind of do the same things that you've always done?
Oh, I mean, tonight I just wanted to go out there and do anything to help my team win and just do what I'm good at and just stay within those things.
Kind of going off the point about the blocks, especially coming off the UNC game too. Do you feel like your understanding of timing has gotten better defensively, or like what's kind of contributed? I think you like lead the team in blocks the whole season. So like, what would you attribute that to? Timing, understanding, like effort.
Yeah, I think just sort of embracing. I know in the starting group, I've kind of became the power forward. And so I'm guarding bigger guys, which allows me to help off more and sort of play more off-ball sneakily. But I think it's timing. A lot of it's timing. Some of them were in transition, just sprinting back, trying to make plays. But just trying to contribute to winning in any way that I can. And I know that I play much better if I'm engaged and locked in on the defensive end and making plays that way, because it sort of fuels me and then gets me going on the offensive end. But just sort of embracing the 4 spot in the starting lineup and knowing that I have Dog coming in to relieve me of my duties. And it just helps me and just to watch them go through some post drills at practice with CD. But yeah, I think it's timing and just embracing the defensive end.
You didn't need the sleeve today, did you?
No, I was joking with Nika. I said I guess it's not the sleeve, so.
Coach has talked a lot about the lack of consistency from one quarter to the next with this team, and today you played pretty consistently well offensively for sure throughout the game. Was there something that led to that? Was it simply, enough practices to kind of get things down, or was there better communication? Because he said last time you guys were lying about the communication being good, but why the consistency today?
I think it was definitely a focus in practice. After our UNC game, we had a practice, and he mentioned the ups and downs and flowy ways of our team, and the inconsistency of just playing a full 40 minutes where we're flowing on both sides of the floor. So that was really huge in practice, because sometimes we'll get a few bad possessions and not allowing and dictating that our next 3 possessions and how those go. So it's like, once we are struggling or we have a few bad possessions, it's coming together, huddling, talking about what we need to improve on and what we're seeing on the floor to prevent those things from happening again. But a lot of it's just consistent effort, consistent energy, never letting their runs deflate us, but instead motivate us to go on our run. So I think it was huge focus in practice, but a lot of it too is just our mental approach when another team throws a punch or makes a run.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.